Right to the air is Mahomes.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Mahomes will try again on second down. He's going to let it go again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
At their own 25-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Now here's Ross. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll get it up near midfield at 49 before being taken down. You look at this Jaguar defense.
Yeah, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 8.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Down at the 25.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 25, here's second down and 7.
Now Mahomes. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That's out quickly to Hyatt.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That good for 22 and a first down.
It's great seeing that type of run from ETN. And look, I know we couldn't consider him for Rookie of the Year last year, but it really was his rookie season since an injury cost him all of 2021. And he looked like a Rookie of the Year, 9th in the NFL with over 1,100 yards for a surging Jaguars offense.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, kill.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
This unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now Lawrence changing the play. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Chiefs.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Jags will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first down, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On the counter, Etienne. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
There's a ball thrown. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got him.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Let's go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Silver.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Red on red.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Hey, line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Brought down by Najee Johnson.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
11 Agate.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hey, go,
2nd and 8.
Go, go. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence.
Got his touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Devon Hamilton.
What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Past the 20, down to the 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Butker on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 20, Jaguars 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, run!
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Lawrence. To
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
13, Lou. Lou.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Hey, 43.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you a couple
Final
hours
preparations
south
being
of
made
here
for
to
the
Orlando.
second half,
That's where we
both in
check
terms
in
of
with
game
the
plan
coach and
and
REA
also
Sports halftime report.
hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here we go, sir.
On play action, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. On first down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Completed to Hyatt.
That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
He connects with Hyatt.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelce.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive, impressive performance.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 50 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Now Lawrence.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Lawrence.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. A third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
164 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
That's out quickly to Hyatt.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any... And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Jalen Hyatt, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 2-0 start. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Jacksonville's gamble on Ingram getting back to peak form was a smart one. Career best in catches and yards. This one gave their offense another big-bodied receiver to go to, as they did there.
Here we go.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This ball caught by Strange.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Let's go. We good.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Go, go.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Complete right side to Hyatt.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right.
Open man downfield. It's Ross. He's got him.
Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Let's go.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Yellow.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Taylor is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Yellow.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps, to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Loss of 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 16.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop.